Morning, guys. It's been a few days since I did my last video update. Not much has changed, just kind of grinding away, doing the normal things. But did want to touch base with you guys on just the current investments and what's going on in the market right now. So Bitcoin is actually down a little bit, which we all expected to happen. It's around $5,600 right now. And why is it happening? Well, that is because Bitcoin Gold has now gone live. So the fork happened last night, and this is the chart of the trending Bitcoin Gold currently. Only one exchange is trading it. So this number right here, it started right around here, and then it spiked up, and at the peak of the movement here, it was $540 for one Bitcoin Gold, which is very cool for basically free money, right? But then it started trending down because as more people got a hold of it, the timing of it, everybody's kind of asleep. Markets aren't open yet, and only one exchange actually has it. Same thing happened with Bitcoin Cash, right? So only one exchange had it for a long time. It spiked up really high. Everyone's like, buy, 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 and then once the other exchanges started happening, things started to trickle down again and kind of balance out. I'm expecting the same thing to happen with Bitcoin Gold, at least for right now. It's trending down, and then my guess is it's going to spike up tonight, this morning, probably around 10, my guess is. And then it will really go high, and then other exchanges are going to get a hold of it. People are going to start saturating the market, trying to sell their free coins, and then it's going to dip back down again, and we're going to hover for a while. That's my assumption. Let's see how good I guess the market there. I'm not quite sure, but that's my best educated guess. So if you guys do have Bitcoin Gold, get ready to sell when it peaks up, probably around that time frame. It may go higher, but my guess is that it will probably peak out around, if you're on the right exchange, it might even jump as high as 1,000. But just like Bitcoin Cash, I believe it's going to settle back down right around the $400 or $500 mark. But moving on from Bitcoin Gold, because I didn't do it myself, because you have to do some private key things, and you have to have the coins in a private wallet, either software or hardware based, and I don't. I haven't jumped in that bandwagon yet. I understand it's fairly simple, but I just didn't do it myself. So moving on, all of the altcoins though are having a hell of a day right now, because basically what happened was everybody sold all their altcoins to get Bitcoin, and then held. Once gold happened, they now have their gold account. Now they're going back and buying all the other altcoins, right? So all the other altcoins are actually having a great upswing right now. So if you're going to get an altcoin like an Etherium or a LiteCoin, or if you wanted to buy some, I stay away from Bitcoin Cash, but like Ripple, Ripple's a good one, Dash, Neo, any of those would be great. Let's take a peek at Bitconnect. Now Bitconnect's interesting because you're like, oh, all these are green, but Bitconnect's red. Bitconnect's red because it deals with Bitcoin, right? People take Bitcoin and convert to Bitcoin, Bitconnect Cash. Obviously, that's going to dip down because no one's dealing with Bitcoin right now. Everyone's doing with the altcoins. So it's an altcoin, but with heavy ties with Bitcoin, right? So that's why that one's red, but it's not that low actually. It's still right around the ballpark of where it should be. So today is a great day to buy some altcoins, especially early in the morning. It probably will settle down eventually, but if you want to get in early, that'd be great. Let's see. Let's move on now to just the daily boring things, right? My progress, basically. So Bitconnect, I did make another transaction. I've imported another $100 into the system. So I have $200 sitting in my system account right now, and I only earned $2.84. Now, again, that's not that much, but the reason why it's not that much is because of these two stupid days right here. Back-to-back 0.04 days of interest. That's freaking horrible, right? I mean, we went from 87 to 1.38 to 0.04 to 0.04. And now tomorrow's going to be 0.60, which is a little better. And as you can see by the projected earnings, we have 0.8 on the last 30 days, 0.93 the last 6 days, and 0.57, right? That's it sucks, but it is what it is. It's a volatility tracking software, and as you can see, nothing really drastically went big these 2 days right here. That's why we have very little movement, and that's why we have very little interest. Now, I will say this about Bitconnect. Bitconnect is a very solid sustainable site. It is almost a very safe site to put your money into. I'm not going to say it's as safe as a savings account or a CD account, but it is fairly on par with, I'd say, a CD account. It's been around for a while. It pays out daily. It is nice. It's user friendly. There's a big community for it. Everybody basically supports Bitconnect. The one thing I do hate about it is the volatility of it. That's fine, but the volatility of this 1.1, 1 in the ones down to nines. Okay, it's a slight dip, comes back up, everything's fine. 0.9, 0.8, 0.9, bam. Oh, the market closed, and this is where you guys are going to get your interest rate. Right there. Okay. Oh, wait, we paid off interest now? Fantastic. Back up again. Here we go, and back in the ones. So I understand it's a business, and I get that they're in the business to making money, and they don't want to pay out 1% every day because then they won't make too much money. I get that, but maybe do something where you average these off, or you or something different, because maybe do random time frames or something. Just because there's all these clones coming out now of Bitconnect, the Rego coins, the Hexa coins. Obviously, yes, they're new and they all could be scams and they could be something that's not reliable right now. But Bitconnect can't rely on just the name itself. In my opinion, they have to do something to change up the game a little bit, or to make it a little bit more enticing for new members to come on board. Just like look at the Android and Apple situation, right? Apple is basically coasting. Yes, that the iPhone X is coming out soon, whoop-de-doo, but look at the iPhone 8. The iPhone 8 is actually being undersold right now because the iPhone 7 is selling over it. Because people are like, why would I get a new phone that's more money that does the exact same things the iPhone 7 does for that, that little extra bump in the camera or a little extra process in the new A processor? It's not a big deal. So the same thing happens on this side, right? Is Bitconnect is a great program, but if you coast for too long, people are going to start noticing it, and people are going to start either backing down or not lend as much, which is actually happening. People are now looking at staking, right? Staking is that where you hold on a coin, you put it in a hard wallet or a soft wallet, and you will actually get a percentage of interest just for holding onto that coin, just like a savings account, right? Granted, it's only like 8%, but it's 8% of their own coin, which keeps going up in price. So it's actually almost a better deal to stake. So sorry that ran a little long. That was my little rant on Bitconnect. I do like the product. I think they are good. A good business model, except for this interest rate. I think they really need to figure things out. Either don't do it on market closing time, or average the times out, or choose your investment almost like a Bitpetite, where the time frame you invest is the actual time stamp of that investment, right? So if I invested some money at 12:30 p.m. every day, that's if I put $100 in at 12:30, the next day at 12:30, that's my interest rate. The next day after that at 12:30, that's my interest rate. So it fluctuates, just like Bitpetite did before they rebooted something. So that's how I feel they should fix it. We'll see what happens. My guess is they won't, and they will just let it ride in these low moments here. But moving on from Bitconnect, that was a little bit too long of a rant. Chain Group is doing fantastic, guys. I love Chain Group. Chain Group is my second favorite platform I'm in right now, only behind Bitpetite, and it is very close. Chain Group, everything's going good. I put a little bit more money into this thing. I have $570 invested, which is actually a little higher than the actual money I put in, because I'm compounding with Thomas right now. But as you can see by the chart, I'm past $10 a day. I'm right around the $11 a day mark. I believe this does include my Thomas investment though, so this is pulling about $3 a day, so this is slightly less. I might stop compounding with Thomas and just get the cash, because I got my Bitpay card. That's right. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I'm trying to block out some information. I'm not going to show you the card itself, just because I'm not really fond of sharing information like that, just in case somebody was able to see through the sticker or something for the code or the card number. But I did get my Bitpay card, and I'm going to start loading the Chain Group funds onto that BitPay card, and then I'm going to be withdrawing it every day, every week. I'm going to be using it at a store, buy a pack of gum or whatever, buy a Red Bull, and then withdraw the remaining cash that's on my account at that point. Take that cash and then either go have a nice weekend, have a nice dinner, or we may just put it towards the bills, most likely the bills for the current time frame, because Christmas is coming and you need to get that credit card payment down. So that is Chain Group. Everything's doing splendidly. If you guys want to take a quick look, SoundShare did have a hell of a swing here, but it's too volatile for me. I'm toying with the idea of just dropping $25 in it, but I can't do it. Xbots is having a good day too, a nice little swing. Bad thing with Xbots is it does have a $250 minimum investment. If you have it, fantastic. I don't feel comfortable dropping the $250 in one payment yet. It does only have a 90-day term though, which is good. But I'm waiting on this one. Dragon and Bitstrong, right? Dragon and Bitstrong are the two of my favorite investments. It's actually the two most popular, I think, on the site. Everybody loves them. And what's really cool is that Dragon actually updated their stabilization fund, meaning they actively are trying to make it so people invest with them. This was 100,000, I believe. They upped it to 350,000. What that means is the stabilization fund is if Dragon decides, all right, we have enough money, we have scammed these people for too long, let's just take the money and run. And they do. And, hopefully they don't, but it could happen, right? We don't know these Dragon foundations from Bob, right? But so they take the money and they run. Well, Chain Group, take this in a grain of salt, because Chain Group itself has to stay around as well, right? So Chain Group could be just fudging all these numbers, and they could be all these companies, right, and lying to us. I doubt it, but it's possible. But if Chain Group stays around and Dragon decides to run off with the money, well, then the stabilization fund is here to say, okay, we have a $350,000 investment policy, basically. Out of that $350,000, these current time frame, these 6,424 investors will get some portion of this stabilization fund. Now, yes, Chain Group probably take a portion of it, and then it's not a matter of everybody gets an equal split. It's how much money have you had in the system, and how long have you been in the system, and I'm sure there's some sort of equation that works out of how much money you're going to get. But if I have like $400 in Dragon, my guess is that I'd probably get someplace around maybe half, maybe a quarter, but it's still better than nothing. Plus, on top of all the gains I did make through the time of the investing. So it is something to have nice in the back pocket there, and having them update their funds from 100,000 to 350 is fantastic. In comparison, Bitstrong has just under 2,000 more investors than Dragon, but they only have 50, which is a little weak. I'm surprised that they haven't updated. Maybe Chain Group went to them, asked them to update their funds, and they said no. I don't know. Maybe that'd be nice to see if there's some information down the road about how sites increase their stabilization fund. Maybe Bitstrong just hasn't done it yet. Maybe they're waiting for that. It's been around for 99 days. Maybe they're waiting for that 100-day mark, because Dragon's over 100 days. No idea. Not sure how it works out, but that's Chain Group in a nutshell there, guys. Everything's looking great, and I'm very happy with it. And then finally, my favorite process of the current cryptoverse is Bitpetite, right? We all know about Bitpetite. Hopefully, you guys have been following me. If not, it's I guess it's technically a hype site, a high yield interest program. I don't consider it a high yield interest product. Yes, it does offer higher than Bitconnect, but there's other sites like Laser, right, that offers 12% interest. That to me, that's a high interest rate. That's something that can't be sustainable over time. This, I think, can be sustainable over time. Now, they did have some growing pains over the weekend, and this is one of the reasons why I didn't do videos over the weekend, was there was a lot of question marks going on. And I did do a Facebook Live video, and I did a few other Facebook updates. But in a nutshell, the Bitpetite servers went down. Everyone freaked out, and they were wondering why. Was this their exit strategy? Was it people running away with their money? And no, what happened was that they did some updates to the server. They couldn't handle some of the load that they were experiencing, because everybody's jumping into this thing because everyone's loving it, right? So they need to update some of that stuff, and they were worried that some things would crash not on their terms, so they needed to bring it down themselves. Other things I've heard is that they're bringing in Monero coin shortly. I haven't seen anything about that yet, but I have heard things. I haven't heard directly from Bitpetite. But once the withdrawals and the deposits all worked properly, it took about 2 days to get everything squared away. They actually did go back. They went through the entire log. They paid everybody who tried to pull out all the money. They paid everybody out. They made sure all payments were equal and everything was balanced. Now, the only thing that did change currently in the current mine sweep of Bitpetite is that the dividend paying out, the time frames like all reset. So now instead of having chunks throughout the day, throughout the hour of like, oh, I deposited money at 12 o'clock, so now I get paid at 12. I deposited money at 12:05, now I get paid at 12:05. They sort of grouped them all in at the end of the day. So now all my payments pay out between like 45 and 05. And they're spread out throughout. They're very close together as well. I have made, since then, I made another deposit, and it has been paying out on that time frame. Like this one, I believe this one I made right around like 25, and now this one's paying out right at 25. So I think they just reset some things. It's not a big deal. It's just something I noticed, right? So I'm very happy with Bitpetite still. I'm very. It made me actually have more reliability into them, is that they brought the system down. Everybody freaked out. They have chat support. They use Telegram. They have a Telegram channel to keep people up to date. They were very interactive on the site. They didn't have too many Facebook updates, or like the live chat was down for a while as well. But that Telegram site really kept people, calmed down from skies falling. And I felt really secure once things started coming back up and realizing that they weren't trying to scam people. They were just trying to make it better for the long run. Now, granted, could they be scamming people for the long run? Sure. They fix some stuff, makes things more stable so they can handle more volume, right? And once they hit a certain threshold, they run away with the money. Is that possible? Of course. It's all highly possible. That's why it's a high-risk situation, right? But I feel that this was a great step forward to be sustainable for a long time, or at least let's say 6 months. And who knows what the current the crypto market will look like in 6 months, right? It could be completely different. So Bitpetite may not be able to stick around just because of differences coming in. But they're a great site. They're paying out currently. It's a great place to invest. You have a minimum deposit of basically $25 right now, depending on the price of Bitcoin, and it's easy to get into at 4.5% for 6 weeks or 3.6% at 9 weeks. Keep in mind, weekends only pay 1%. But overall, it's a great platform, super easy to withdraw. The only downside I wish, so these are the two gripes I've had with Bitpetite. One, during the update process, they really should have put something on the homepage, on the landing page, to say update in progress, maintenance in progress, some sort of message to the masses, because not everybody has Telegram, right? So if you didn't know what Telegram was, you were missing out on a lot of the information, and you were really freaking out. I tried to keep my friends in my Facebook groups under control by letting them know what I knew as soon as it hit to the Telegram sites, because not a lot of people follow that. So I wish they did something about that. Either maybe cancel the withdraw button right now and made a message pop up saying we're under maintenance, please wait, or whatnot. Please check the Telegram channel and kind of send a link there. I wish they did that. That was done poorly, but their new site, so maybe they just have some growing pains, and the next time they do this, they will announce something. The second thing that the second issue I have with them is that there is no reinvest button, right? You have to withdraw and then you have to reinvest. That would be great if there was a way to just hit reinvest, like right next to withdraw. It should be right here, like reinvest, right? That'd be fantastic. My thought process on that, of why they're not doing it, is because when you withdraw your money, I'm assuming, I don't know this, I haven't seen any place that actually said it. I'm sure there's some of fee for transmitting your withdraw funds from their account to a wallet. There's the network fee, right? But my guess is that they tack on a little bit extra. Just, if keep in mind, a little extra, right? So probably 0.00001, right? Very little amount, almost like the Superman scheme, right? Where you steal a penny off of everybody's account and it all compounds up to, a good amount of money. Same principle, you steal a very little amount of Bitcoin that nobody's really going to notice, and you compile it all, and now you have actual good money, right? You're not stealing it. They're not stealing it. They're just adding it as a fee. And I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm great with it. I just wish it was a little bit more transparent. But, and maybe it is, and I haven't really read it anyplace. But the withdraw feature is probably why they're doing it, is because they get that little extra fee, and then you bring the money back into the system. If they had a reinvest option, it never leaves the platform, so therefore they can never get that fee. And if it never leaves the platform, some people may get sketched out about that, and it's never leaving and never actually going to their wallet. Some people like to see that money in their possession before they spend it again, right? Or they reinvest it because they can hold it. They go, oh hey, I have my $100. Do I reinvest it? Do I reinvest half of it? That could be another thing too. Maybe there's no way for them to divvy up how much you want to reinvest. It's either a percentage or down to the actual dollar amount, and people would bitch about that. They want to have a percentage. They want to have the exact amount. They want, in Chain Group, you can compound 50%, 100%, or 0%, and that's it. You can't change it unless you do it manually. So same principle, right? I'm just rambling right now. I'm just going over some of my gripes. There's so little, guys. The Bitpetite is a great program. Chain Group is a fantastic program, and Bitconnect is a long-lasting program that, yes, it has its downside of the low interest rate, and I understand people are going to probably hate my comment on that and be like, you don't understand, it's when the market closes and they have to sustain themselves. No, I get that. I really do. It's perfectly fine. If they don't want to change it, they don't change it. Who cares? I'm just saying the truth behind it of why, or how I feel about the Bitconnect downside of interest. And you may say, well, it rarely ever happens. You can't say it rarely ever happens if you have 0.04 and next to a 0.04, right? It's a little hard to swallow to tell people, oh, it never happened. Bitpetite's a fantastic program. The average is 0.9. Yes, over 6 months it's 0.9 because it's so many days. Your average, it's going to take a little bit more than just 1.04 day to swing that average down to below 0.9 or around there, that area. So you don't necessarily know, right? And it's easy to swing a 7-day or even a 30-day, but it's harder to swing the 6 month with one. So it kind of makes things a little skewed. I do wish that they changed it, but they probably won't. And now I'm just rambling. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe, please, below. I'll keep you guys up to date as much as I can with the Bitcoin gold findings. I'll probably do some things on Facebook about that. I'll have some links in below if you guys want to join my channel or join my journey down this road to $1 million. That'd be fantastic. We can get this money together and we can be millionaires and we can rule the world together, right? That's the American dream. Yeah, so I think that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, make money.